covering all your local high school football games with highlights and scores. Now, Football Friday, brought to you by Alabama Credit Union.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome into week number 4 of WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Visit alabamacu.com to learn more. Alabama Credit Union, loans for real life. Well, it's been crazy tonight. We've had rain, we've had lightning, which means, of course, we've had delays. So don't like it on a Friday night, but we have dealt with it the best we can. We're going to bring you highlights from 10 high school football games this evening, plus our complete DCH Football Friday high school scoreboard, and a look at tomorrow's matchup in the Swamp between number 1 Alabama and number 11 Florida. And we're going to begin tonight with our Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Game of the Week.
Now, the Game of the Week, sponsored by Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports.
And here we go, out to ACA tonight. You can see those clouds hanging ominously in the background, and I tell you what, Bibb County just never could get going. Punter can't handle the snap, and that would lead to Sawyer Dearman going in for the 6-yard touchdown run, and it just would get piled on Bibb County from here. Dearman rolls again on the next position, and then tosses it to Chase Henderson, and he's gone. Touchdown, Patriots. And then after a muffed kickoff by Bibb County, the Patriots cash in again. Dearman had himself a night, as you can see, crossing over from 3 yards out there. He would score 4 touchdowns in the first half, and in the second half, it just didn't get any better for the Choctaws. This is shocking to me. Not that ACA won the game, but how they won it. Bibb County goes for it on 4th down. They don't make it. They get it back. They try something again, and it's picked off by Chase Henderson. You saw him on the receiving end. He's on the receiving end of that one, too. Although it's an interception, and he brings it back and turns it into a pick 6. This one is all ACA as we check out the final in our Game of the Week. 34-12, the Patriots' big region win over Bibb County tonight. What a win for ACA here in Tuscaloosa. All right, 6A Region 4, Hillcrest hosting Hueytown. And this one was, you see the clouds there, this one was going to be delayed for quite a while, but it would be the Hillcrest defense making the first play of the game as junior defensive back Colin Dunn is going to jump the route and intercept Earl Woods. And Hillcrest is in business, and the Patriots would work quick after the turnover. Marion Johnson takes the handoff from Ethan Crawford and crosses over the goal line. It's 7-0 Pats, but the Golden Gophers would come back and then some in this one. Woods makes up for his miscue as he finds DeAndre Coleman streaking down the right sideline, and DeAndre Coleman has got reservations for 6. Coleman would stay on the field as the Golden Gophers go for 2. And he gets it across. That makes it 8-7 Hueytown. Following that score, that's when the lightning delay would hit. And as we go to the scoreboard, we got a halftime score for you here, and that's the latest that we have. I think they're started playing the third quarter, but big time delay. But Hueytown taking it to Hillcrest tonight, down 69 South. 30-14 was the halftime score. I think they just started play in the third quarter, but a long delay. Maybe Hillcrest can make a comeback in the second half. More from 6A Region 4, Brookwood at Northridge. And we would again deal with weather in this one. Here come the Jags. They're undefeated on the season. First touchdown of the game, midway through the first quarter. Patrick Hall gets around the right side and trucks it on into the end zone and gets attended to there by his teammate. Brookwood quarterback Jacob Smithson coming back with a pass to John Michael Clinner, who hangs on. Carson Capps then pushes the ball into the end zone. Brookwood making a game of it. Only down 7-6 as we go to the second quarter. But Torian Spears is going to cross it over right here. Watch this run. Man, that is power and speed. 14-6 in the second quarter. And as we go to the scoreboard here, Brookwood and Northridge, let's check it out. I do think that they've called this game. I think it, from what I've been told by Grace, who covered it for us, Northridge was up 38-12. We've got an update, and I think they may have called this game, but Northridge handily in front. And again, we're dealing with some rain delays and lightning delays, but Northridge, if it's not over, they've got a big lead over Brookwood now in that game. All right, unbeaten 7A Region 3 showdown. Thompson hosting Hewitt-Trussville. The Warriors had given up 3 points all season. Thompson fans giving Hewitt-Trussville the whiteout experience. And then Thompson gives them the Warriors experience on the field. Connor Harrell to Ryan Pepins, 7-0. Warriors on top. Now, Hewitt-Trussville's got a good football team, and they would play Thompson better than anybody else has this year. Warriors quarterback Cade Carruth scrambles for a first down, but he turns the ball loose. You cannot turn it over in your own territory against Thompson because they're going to cash in every time. Harrell swings it out to Pepins, who just slides into the end zone. It's 14-0 after the extra point. The Warriors defense, they've been smothering this year. I told you they've only given up 3 points. Watch Cade Carruth's pass is deflected and into the arms of Seth Hampton. That is a pick six. I mean, I'm telling you, this Thompson team is one of the best high school football teams I've ever seen in the state of Alabama. Carruth's a good athlete, and he comes back. He finds Omari Kelly, who's a big-time player, and the Huskies would get a field goal, which is noteworthy. That was made at 21-3 at half, but as we check out the final, give Hewitt credit. This is by far the closest game that Thompson has had and the most points they've given up on the season, but they still win 42-9. The top-ranked Warriors roll again. They've now given up 12 points on the year total. Wow. Well, we're just getting going good here on WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Still to come, after winning its 700th game last week against Curry, Fayette County was looking for win number 701 tonight against Oak Grove. But first, the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats were at home against the Vestavia Hills Rebels. We'll have the highlights next in WVUA 23 Sports.
Hi, we are the Bibb County High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
The Pickens County cheerleaders welcome us back into Football Friday on WVUA 23. We thank Pool and Patio Center for bringing us the cheerleaders each week. I'm Gary Harris, and we do have a final. That game is over at Northridge. Northridge wins it over Brookwood 35-18. That is the final score. All right, let's get right back to our high school action for tonight. 7A Region 3. TCHS hosting Vestavia. The Rebels start with a bang as Mitchell Towns connects with Cole Turner to take an early 6-0 lead. They kept rolling too. Mitchell Towns dives in for a touchdown. The Wildcats struggling to get going against that Rebels defense. A sack right there. They just couldn't sustain any offense. Vestavia's defensive line proving tough to run on. Mitchell Towns had a big first half with 3 touchdowns. And this time he throws it back the other way, the old throwback, and Vestavia rolls, or at least up 43-0 in the fourth. Again, this is another game delayed because of weather, but Vestavia Hills up 43-0 in the fourth quarter. So the Rebels are going to beat the Wildcats tonight once that game goes final. 2 unbeatens tonight in 7A. A second-ranked Hoover traveled to Oak Mountain. And this was the kind of game you would expect between 2 unbeatens. The Bucks Bennett Meredith over the middle to Jordan Woolen. That's a touchdown. Bucks go up 7-0. And then the Bucks special teams, special indeed. They blocked the punt, setting up Hoover deep in the red zone, and Meredith will keep it himself. Great cut right there. That's a decleater as the defender got cleated into the ground. He couldn't cut back. Hoover defense played nasty too. Terrell Jones there with the takedown, and then Meredith with a beautiful play fake, and he's going to keep again for the touchdown. 21-0. And Hoover looked like they might blow out Oak Mountain, but give Oak Mountain credit. As we check out the final, they come back and make a game of this. Boy, did they ever. And they had the ball down 7 with a chance to tie it up late, but Hoover hangs on to get the win. The Bucks take it over the Eagles. Good ball game, 28-21. 6A Region 4, McAdory at Bessemer City, and this was a blowout. Right off the bat, Cameron Shepard for the Yellow Jackets throws to Jabari Straight, but Straight cannot secure the pass, and it's ruled a fumble recovered by Bessemer City. So you thought maybe they'd have something going, but they couldn't capitalize. And when McAdory got it back, now they go to work. Shepard finds his running back, Roderick Thomas, who catches it in traffic. And then using power, speed, and elusiveness. Isn't that a good combination for a running back? He goes 35 yards. McAdory goes up 20-0. Face mask on Bessemer City was declined. And then Shepard back in the shotgun, hands it off to Aiden Boyd. And he gets into the painted end zone for the touchdown. McAdory up 27-0. They go on to win it tonight by the final score of 47-0. Easy win for the Yellow Jackets at Bessemer City. Well, we've got more Football Friday coming up on WVUA 23, including our complete DCH Friday night scoreboard. But first, after winning the 700th game in program history last week against Curry, the Fayette County Tigers were attempting to win game number 701 tonight at home against Oak Grove. Highlights are coming up next on Football Friday.
We're the ACA cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
Again, thanks to Pool and Patio Center for sponsoring our cheerleaders, ACA right there. All right, I want to get some help. Again, I don't know, maybe these games were postponed. Again, a lot of weather tonight, but we're looking for a Dallas County and West Blockton score and a Morgan Academy and Southern Academy score. If you're watching us, we don't have anything on those games. 205-348-7000. 205-348-7000. Again, looking for Dallas County, West Blockton. We don't have anything on that game. And Morgan Academy and Southern Academy. We don't have anything on that game either. All right, it was senior night for Tuscaloosa Academy this evening against Patrician Academy, coming over from Butler. And let's get to this AIA action tonight right here in Tuscaloosa. And they would be impacted by the weather as well in this one. Here's Jordan Evans for Tuscaloosa Academy with a pass to Wilson King. Pretty play. Good job there by our Grace Brister on camera. She gets a great shot of that. King gets it in for the touchdown. The Knights are looking good, but their defense was playing well too. However, you see what happened. That's what happened. There was a lightning delay. Fans had to take cover. Long delay in this one. They're having fun, though, still. It was 21-6 Patrician at half. And as we check out the final, Patrician, after they started back in the game, gets the victory. 34-12 the final as they spoil senior night for Tuscaloosa Academy. All right, Fayette County looking for win number 701 tonight against Oak Grove, which would give them and T.R. Miller, the only programs in the state with over 700 all-time wins. Fayette County's very first play, this is the way you do it. A bomb. Blake Johnson to Cooper Sanford. Give him 6. What a fantastic start. Next possession for Fayette County. Still up 7-0. And in the red zone, Dylan Scholar takes the handoff, finds a hole, cuts it into the end zone. It's 14-0 Tigers. Not only was Fayette County getting the job done on offense, they were getting the job on defense. Just smothering Oak Grove. Kendrick Moore just beats the offensive lineman with ease and sacks quarterback Caden Scoggins, I should say. Then Fayette County, they take care of business all night. They go on to win it. They've got 701 victories now. Walden Tucker's back at the helm, and they are some kind of football program. They get another win tonight, 28-0. All right, let's stay in Fayette County with Berry hosting Marion County. This was a closer ball game, and we had rain, we had weather. Third quarter, Berry up 14-0. Marion County with the ball, and quarterback Jacob Madison just keeps for a 30-yard gain. The drive would stall, though. Berry gets it back. And Hollingsworth gets around the sideline, but they would fail to convert on fourth down, and back comes Marion County. Caleb Knight on a little trick play, flips it to Brody Silas, and that was the start of the comeback. Marion County comes all the way back and gets the win. As we check out the final, wow. Didn't see that one coming for a long time, but Marion County goes into Berry tonight and gets the comeback victory, 20-14, the final score. All right, still wondering how your favorite team is doing this evening? Well, you won't have to wonder much longer, as when we come back, we will have the DCH Football Friday scoreboard. West Alabama's high school football highlight show will return right after this timeout. Welcome back into Football Friday here on WVUA 23. That was the Jasper High School Viking Marching Band. They're our band of the week. It's time now to check in on some area scores from all across West Alabama. Let's turn our attention to the DCH scoreboard, and let's run through them again tonight. A rainy night, some lightning. Central over Marbury, though, on the road. Big win for the Falcons, 25-7. Still nothing on in Dallas County and West Blockton. If you folks in West Blockton are watching, call us at 348-7000. Let us know what's going on with that game. Other scores tonight. It was Holt winning at Sumter Central. Big win for the Ironmen. That's their second win of the year, 39-0. In the third, Sipsey Valley was leading Jemison 27-14. They had to move that game to Thorsby because the electricity went out, but Sipsey Valley was leading 27-14 in the third quarter. Northside, big win on the road tonight at Hamilton. Boy, the Rams beat Gordo last week, and they rolled tonight over Hamilton 40-18. Southside Selma takes care of Hell County 42-13, the final in that game tonight. Other finals, Pickens County wins at Lynn 28-7. Gordo shuts down Haleyville 38-0. The Green Wave not in a good mood after losing last week to Northside. Aliceville wins at Cold Springs 37-0. Demopolis big over Shelby County tonight on the road 53-7, the final. Gadsden City, a win at Spain Park over in Hoover. Big win for the Titans 29-26. At half, again, weather affecting midfield and Sulligent. We had an 8-8 score at the halftime in that ball game. South Lamar took care of Brilliant 47-0, and Homewood way too much for Woodlawn tonight 49-14. Mountain Brook over Shades Valley 31-0, and Helena outscored Pelham 37-34. Tuscaloosa Christian wins at Jacksonville Christian in Alabama Christian Association 8-man football 48-20. Pickens Academy a road win at Abbeville Christian 35-14. It was Morgan Academy. We got that final over Southern Academy 36-12. Jasper had to forfeit their game to Gardendale, thus it goes down 1-0. And a couple of games from last night, Ramsey over Cordova, and Linden beat J.F. Shields. And it was also tonight Hubbardville rolling in their game over Meek 44-14. In that game, Gage Alexander had 5 touchdowns on 14 carries for 223 yards. Wow, Gage was full Gage tonight. All right, that is going to close it out as far as our high school coverage, but we aren't done, not by a long shot. The Crimson Tide flew down to Florida this afternoon because tomorrow the Tide will battle the Gators in the swamp. We got Bama, Florida coverage when Football Friday returns here on WVUA 23.
We are the Bryan Cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
And welcome back to WVUA 23's Football Friday. Thank you, folks. So we do have a final. West Blockton over Dallas County, 49-20. West Blockton gets that win. Thanks for calling that in. All right, it's time to talk some college football right now. A battle tomorrow in the swamp between top-ranked Alabama and number 11 Florida. The Crimson Tide departing for the Gainesville area this afternoon. There's Will Anderson. He looks ready to go to me. This is them loading the buses at the Mount Moore Athletic Complex. DJ Dale, the defensive tackle, they drove over to the airport and then got the plane, got in the jet, and flew to Florida. There's Doug Marone, offensive line coach, his good buddy Bill O'Brien, the offensive coordinator. Bryce Young, the Alabama quarterback, cool as the other side of the pillow. Even getting on the bus, he looks cool, doesn't he? It's just his demeanor. When Nick Saban gets on, they pull out. All right, let's hear from Bryce Young now on facing a very aggressive Florida defense tomorrow in Gainesville.
They have a really good group defensively, really top to bottom, extremely talented. They do a good job defensively, schematically. They make good adjustments. I've seen them communicate well.
All right, the SEC's current scheduling format means the Tide and the Gators have not met in the regular season since 2014 when Alabama won in Tuscaloosa. They will play each other, as I said, tomorrow at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium for the first time since 2011. Both head coaches Nick Saban and Dan Mullen are in favor of the SEC changing the schedule and adding more conference games to allow schools like Alabama and Florida to play more often.
It's something that is really exciting. Hopefully the league, with this expansion, looks at, maybe having a lot more rotating games and getting rid of whether it's permanent crossovers or permanent teams that you're playing or however they want to do to create this excitement for the fan base, because I think it's going to be a great atmosphere on Saturday here in the swamp and, probably the best atmosphere in college football this Saturday.
Look, I don't want to get into the whole scheduling thing, but we played 10 SEC games last year. I thought it was great for fans. I thought it was great for the matchups. I've always been one that advocated playing, more SEC games in the regular season so that every player and every program would have the opportunity to play every team in the SEC. So, you know, to answer your question, yeah.
You gotta love the guy. All right, we'll have full pregame coverage tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. on Crimson Tide Kickoff. Join us for full pregame coverage, Alabama, Florida, Crimson Tide Kickoff tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. All right, also, Bama volleyball wins tonight over Houston, 3-1. Want to thank all of our great sponsors, and also want to thank the good folks over there at Heat Pizza Bar. Frank, Paul, and Liz, our crew worked really hard tonight out in the rain. And we got hooked up with some pizzas from Heat right downtown next to Government Plaza. We're looking forward to chowing down after the show. Thank you, Heat. All right, that's going to do it for the program. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another edition of Football Friday here on WVUA 23. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you in the morning on Crimson Tide Kickoff.